it's Kendra here from miniaturehorsemanship.com, and I'm going to show you how I trim a bridle path today. So I'm here with Jamie. Jamie is my good lesson horse. She is just about shed out. You can see very obviously where she hasn't yet because she is a roan, so it shows up really well. And it's getting into the season when we can be starting to to start teaching lessons and driving more. So we want to give her a bridle path to make it easier for her bridle to fit and easier to put a halter on, make everything fit a little bit better without getting tangled in her mane. Now, I often don't clip bridle paths routinely. I quite like the natural look. I like it when they look like little Mustangs. But Jamie especially, I do often with my driving horses, and Jamie especially, because she really gets bothered by when she's driving if her mane touches her ears and bothers her. So we drive her, I just know that about her after all these years of driving her, and so we drive her with the bridle path and we braid her forelock to keep it from bothering her as well. So when we're getting started here, I've brushed her mane, and now what we'll do, what I like to start is making a line from the back of one ear to the back of the other. Now we might take it a little bit more forward than that afterwards, but I like that as a starting point. It's a good guideline so that you're not, and then you can clip backwards. So instead of trying to clip forward where you might, a wiggle might accidentally take the forelock off as well, I like to make that line from back of one ear to the back of the other ear, and then I can take my clippers and go backwards from there. So we've got our line, and take our clippers, and clip backwards. We're just going to do a small amount for now, clean it up a little bit, and then we can decide from there. That's a good starting point, and that might be all we want to do, but it's a good way to start. Now the next thing that I might do in many cases, let me turn the clippers off. One of the things I might do in many cases is clip forward around the forelock a little bit. Now in her case, I think I probably don't need to, but some of them have a really big fluffy forelock, and if we want to take it a little bit less to make it a little bit more manageable, we can take it in from the corners here and here to make it like a diamond, and you can do the same underneath. So sometimes, and she doesn't really, she's got a pretty reasonable forelock. I mean, it's thick, but it's not fluffy and sticking out. If shorter fluffy bits on the edges, I take those off as well to make it a little bit smoother and lay better and a little tidier. If you're wanting to show your miniature horse, that's how you can thin the forelock in order to make it tidier and prettier for the show ring and not hide their face as much, is to take it in like a diamond from the corners, and then a little bit in on the sides as well. You don't ever want to trim the end of your horse's forelock for the show ring, or maybe in very rare occasions if it was down past the end of their nose or something, but generally we don't want to trim it, and we never want to bang it off straight. They don't want bangs. As far as length of the bridle path, that's going to be very much personal preference. So the traditional horsemanship would tell us that it's one ear. So if we folded her ear back, your bridle path should be about there. And we're pretty close to that already. I'm just going to clean up this other end a little bit, and we'll call it good enough for what we want to do with her. If you're in the show ring and you're making a bridle path for that, it's going to depend on your horse's neck and how your horse looks. So one of the really great tools you can use is to stand back and put chunks of your horse's mane to the other side, and then stand back again and see what looks best for your horse, because it's going to be really personal depending on their neck conformation. Anyway, I hope those are some tips that help. If you'd like to learn more, go to miniaturehorsemanship.com and check out all of our resources there. Thank you.